Today's episode, a new additive initiative brings big OEMs and suppliers together. Today's episode is brought to you by Engineering.com, a globally trusted source for engineering content. Check out this and many other exclusive videos for the engineering professional found only on Engineering.com TV today. Large, sophisticated manufacturing firms have been a cornerstone of economic development throughout American history. From the interchangeable parts of Springfield muskets to Henry Ford and onto the space shuttle, the history of technology-heavy manufacturing firms in America is essentially the history of the United States. What is rarely considered, however, is the huge network of Tier 1 and Tier 2 suppliers that make the component parts and assemblies that go into our autos, airplanes, energy infrastructure, and consumer goods. And since the 1970s, outsourcing of design engineering and manufacturing capability to the supply chain has been the favored path toward profitability. At least it was until COVID, and now war in Ukraine. The resulting fractured supply chains have crippled multiple industries, especially the automotive sector, with no clear end in sight. Compounding the problem is the increasing gap in technical capability between large, well-funded OEMs and the smaller companies that make up the majority of the supply chain. Now, fixing this problem is complex, but a major imperative is to reduce reliance on offshore suppliers, particularly in Asia. To achieve this, new American small and medium-sized manufacturers must emerge, and the existing base has to modernize. The Biden administration has taken a first step toward achieving this long-term goal with the announcement of AM Forward, which is, according to the White House, a voluntary compact between large, iconic manufacturers and their smaller U.S.-based suppliers. What's in this voluntary compact? Well, the 5 founding industry heavyweights are publicly committing to purchase parts made with additive manufacturing from smaller domestic suppliers, providing additive manufacturing training for the employees of those suppliers, and provide technical assistance to supplier companies, and also to work toward common standards and certification for additive technologies throughout the supply chain. While this would seem to be a logical development considering global supply chain difficulties, it also addresses the serious barriers that have slowed wide-scale implementation of additive in American manufacturing. The primary issue has been uncertainty. The costs for small and medium-sized supplier companies to develop additive capability and production scale are considerable in hardware, software, and training. Without guaranteed markets for parts at production volumes that generate a sensible return on investment, the risk of making the move toward production additive has been too great for many small supplier companies. And for the companies that do want to take the plunge, the gap between the knowledge base held by large customers and their suppliers can be enormous. 3D printer manufacturers and material suppliers can deliver the knowledge necessary for smaller companies to learn how to effectively use the equipment, but the ability to make production parts with the accuracy and precision needed for high-technology customers in sectors like automotive, aerospace, medical, and energy is another level of sophistication, generally non-existent among smaller suppliers. The key feature of AM Forward is that the compact is managed by a non-profit organization, the Applied Science and Technology Research Organization of America, or ASTRO America. The initiative is open to any OEM. And the 5 major corporations that are anchoring the project? They're GE Aviation, Siemens Energy, Honeywell, Raytheon, and Lockheed Martin. That's a heavyweight list, but the great unknown is how fast small and medium-sized American manufacturers can develop meaningful production capacity and capability, and how well the multiple government departments can deliver the essential services that smaller companies need. This is a full-court press, and if it works, the result could be a new renaissance for American manufacturing, with hundreds of thousands of well-paid jobs created and a fundamental shift away from trans-Pacific sourcing of parts and components. Well, that's it for today's episode of This Week in Engineering, brought to you by Engineering.com. For our deeper engineering series, visit Engineering.com TV for exclusive shows like Manufacturing the Future and Designing the Future, not found on our YouTube channel. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching.